What made you decide to talk? Why put yourself out like this?
I knew I had the opportunity to share with the world that the music industry is not safe. The music industry has an abundance of wealth to silence people, scare people, make them go away. And so I felt like, it's only right.
The music world has been rocked by the recent allegations of toxicity, abuse, and even sex trafficking.
Federal investigators raiding 2 homes owned by hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
From household names like Mo Money, Mo Problem singer Sean Diddy Combs. Accused of serious crimes ranging from drugging to sexual assault to underage sex in at least 7 lawsuits. To Russell Simmons, the hip-hop mogul and founder of Def Jam Records, sued by multiple women for sexual misconduct, with one plaintiff later dropping her lawsuit. And now The Dream, the singer, songwriter, and producer behind mega hits like Rihanna's Umbrella. The Dream facing allegations of rape, sexual battery, and sex trafficking by a former protege. Combs, Simmons, and The Dream all deny any wrongdoing. In the midst of the turmoil, a steady voice.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll runs the business, and once someone becomes a cash cow, they can do whatever.
Advocating for more protections for those making the soundtrack of our lives.
There's a lot of people that contribute to your favorite song, and those people are my people.
Yeah.
And, I am one of those people, and I wasn't treated right.
For years, Tiffany Red built a career writing songs for artists like Jason Derulo, Zendaya, and Jennifer Hudson, winning a Grammy for her work on Hudson's debut song, Invisible. In 2020, Tiffany took her own stance against feeling invisible, starting the nonprofit organization, the 100%ers. The organization meant to increase protections for behind-the-scenes music creatives, particularly people of color.
They rip off our sound and you're not going to respond to my email when I'm one of your songwriters? If you follow me on social media, you see me go really hard about songwriter compensation. And the thing is there were so many creatives who felt the same way as me.
That feeling is what?
Underserved, not protected. Songwriters are behind the scenes. Because of that, it's all kind of stuff happening to us that nobody knows about because you don't see us.
Tiffany launched initiatives to combat sex abuse in the industry by providing financial resources to help cover therapy, legal fees, and time to recover away from work.
We challenged a bunch of major record companies, music studios to commit to creating safer spaces, and none of them signed it.
What does that tell you?
It's a problem. The music industry is a very predatory industry.
But while some companies did not get on board, industry giants like the Recording Academy, Broadcast Music Inc., and the National Music Publishers Association signed the 100%ers Pledge and committed to creating a safe space for staff and to report any inappropriate behavior.
Signing the pledge gave us a way to publicly acknowledge the work that we were doing, but also join forces. It really will take the entire industry being involved for the change to be effective.
Ryan Butler is the Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the Recording Academy, the organization responsible for the Grammy Awards. He says the time for change is now.
I think the industry had a dramatic shift in 2020 when we were having a global pandemic and America had the racial reckoning that it had. I think that was a trigger for everyone in the industry to really focus on what it means for the industry to be diverse, to be inclusive, and to be equitable.
That same year in 2020, the Recording Academy launched the Black Music Collective to celebrate Black music creators and professionals.
Through Black Music Collective, we have an HBCU program where we give out scholarships to 5 students a year, and then we also pick 2 HBCUs to give grants to, and those grants help their music program.
For Tiffany Red and her organization, the 100%ers, she says compensation is another pillar of their fight.
I call out CEOs of major corporations and organize and agitate. And so I'm a disruptor. I'm trying to get a union election going, get on the National Labor Relations Board's radar, and do something to really change this.
Tiffany claims she lost wages when she says Sean Combs squashed an album she was working on with his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura.
This is my career. These are my dreams. Those are my records. If those records would have came out in 2015, I would have been paid more because it was before the streaming era. I was at the top of my game, and he knocked me off.
And why didn't the album come out?
Because he was using the music to control Cassie.
In a statement to ABC News, Sean Combs' attorney saying Mr. Combs cannot comment on settled litigation, will not comment on pending litigation, and cannot address every allegation picked up by the press from any source, no matter how unreliable. Cassie and Tiffany became close friends while working together, Tiffany checking in with Cassie after the singer filed a lawsuit against Combs last November, the first of at least 7 filed against him in recent months. Combs and Cassie settled for an undisclosed amount the day after she filed the lawsuit, Combs denying all wrongdoing and saying settling wasn't an admission of guilt. But for Tiffany, she says it's time for the industry to face the music.
Sean Combs is not created in a vacuum. The music industry enables behavior like this. I feel like I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up for young me. I'm standing up for all my friends and my peers that have gone through this, that aren't in a position to speak up.
What's next for you?
This is the most attention that has ever been on the music industry in regards to abuse. And so I'm gonna scream from the rooftops. It's a systemic problem. I'm gonna continue to advocate. Somebody gotta do it. So I'm like, I wanna do it.